Hello, my name is Craig Mittendorf. I am a security IT major at Southeast Technical College. I am a longtime PC user. I'm considered a power user. Not only am I a power user, but I troubleshoot and repair my own computers, as well as building my own computers. With that in mind, we're going to go over just a couple of things on maintenance of your computer, things that should be done weekly. Now, not unlike a car, a computer should have maintenance done weekly, monthly, annually. And if you neglect this maintenance, you might find that your PC doesn't run like it once did. More importantly, you could face real issues with hardware failure, and especially Windows and application software failure. Long story short, got to keep your system clean to keep it running right. So, to perform these tasks, you don't need any special tools. You need only your computer, a basic working knowledge of how to navigate your computer through Windows and so on. You need your mouse, keyboard, a little time, and a little coffee just to keep you company. So, without any further delay, let's get this show on the road. For brevity, I have chosen to demonstrate backing up files, which is the first thing you want to do. I've chosen just some documents out of my documents folder that I keep on my computer hard drive, and I'm only going to choose a small amount because, frankly, backing up an entire hard drive could take more than minutes, it could take more than hours, and it could take days, day or days. So for this demonstration, we're just going to choose a few files. So what you do is you select the top file that you're going to back up. You press and hold the left shift key on your keyboard, and then you hit the end key, and that will select all the files in that folder. Then once that's done, you use your right mouse button to right click, and then you hold. You don't release right away. You right click and hold that mouse button, and you drag over to the empty folder where you're going to store the backup stuff. And then you're going to let go of that right mouse button where you're going to be presented with some options. And for this demonstration, we're going to choose copy here. Normally I'd move it, but at this point I'm not ready to back up the entire hard drive. So we'll just choose copy here. This will take moments. It's done already. We'll get those off the screen. Again, as I said, if you had more data, if you were backing up an entire hard drive and you haven't done this for a while, it could take hours. An hour is not out of the question. It's something where you're going to get up and walk away from it and just let it be. Now, after you've backed up your data, we're going to do a disk cleanup. And that's going to make sure that the extraneous stuff that's loaded from browsing and your recycle bin and that sort of thing is emptied and taken care of. That this extraneous, unnecessary stuff is no longer there. To do this, you click on the Start button, and that's going to bring up the menu on Windows 10. Now, Windows 7 and Windows 8, 8.1 has something similar to this too. Once this menu pops up, you're going to type in the letters DISK, and it's going to pop up a menu that says Disk Cleanup. Choose Disk Cleanup. It's going to ask you what hard drive you want. In this case, I've got two hard drives, my external backup hard drive, which is this one, and my C drive, and that's the one we're going to choose. Click OK, and it'll bring up another window. This window has a couple of options. The first thing you want to choose is clean up system files. System files need to be cleaned just like everything else. It's going to, again, ask you what hard drive. We're going to keep it to the C drive, and then OK. If you have multiple drives, you're going to need to do this for each drive. Once that's done, you'll notice that the clean up system files isn't here anymore. You've got just these check boxes. Now, if you've never done this, every one of these check boxes would in fact be empty. You'll want to put a check mark in every one of them. We're going to delete everything out of every one of these folders. It's not good to keep this stuff around. And you're just going to choose OK once you get those all checked, and it's going to ask, are you sure you wanted to permanently delete this stuff? And you're going to say delete files because you absolutely do. And it's going to take a few moments to do all of that stuff, and it's going to process through it, and it's going to, there we go. It's working on it. Working on temporary files. This is all stuff that is stored on the hard drive that is not necessary. It's done. Boom. Quick and easy. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to run a virus scan. Now, most virus scans have an automatic feature where it chooses to scan sometime overnight, when you set it to, or a random time of the day or night whenever the computer's on, sometimes when it's off. And then it'll just pop up a message when it's done that says, hey, I've done this and here's some threats. You want to take care of these. For this demonstration, again, we're going to run it manually. Get rid of it right now. So you're going to click again the start button and you're just going to type virus. And again, actually I typed VIR and it knows that that's what I want. We're going to choose the virus and threat protection. And it's going to pop up this window. For this demonstration, again, I'm going to choose quick scan because I keep good care of this, this hard drive. And we're going to let it run its course. It's only going to take minutes. But again, if you haven't done this forever or for a while, it's going to take much, much longer. It's going to likely find threats. As you can see, 20,000 files scanned. It's going to check tens of thousands of files, approaching probably 30,000 files. If you do a deep scan, it's going to check hundreds of thousands of files. It's done. It didn't find anything, so we're just going to close out of that. Next, we're gonna clear the browsing history from Google Chrome. So we're gonna pull our Google Chrome open, and up in the upper right-hand corner, as you're looking at it, you're going to see these 4 dots. You're going to click on the 4 dots, and that's going to bring up a menu. Go down to More Tools and just hover over it, and that brings up the last menu. Go down to Choose. Go down and choose by clicking Clear Browsing Data. You click on that, it pops up this window. Now, first thing you're going to see is time range. I have selected all time, so what I recommend, you can choose for the last hour, 24 hours. Best is to get rid of everything. And again, if you haven't done this, you're not going to have any checks in any of these boxes. So you will want to check every checkbox except passwords and other sign-in data. We want to keep that. That's for passwords for websites and so on. And then you're just going to simply choose Clear Data. You click on that, it's done. And you just close out of that tab. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to choose to refresh the Google browser. Now, on a laptop, you're going to choose Control FN for function, Control function, and the F5 key. It's kind of like the 3-finger salute, only it's 3 different buttons. And then for a full-size keyboard, which I'm using in conjunction with my laptop, it's simply Control F5. You'll watch that flash, and we are done clearing the data on there. So now we're refreshing Google. Now, again, as I said, there are monthly, besides weekly, there's monthly, there's also annual service and maintenance that you want to do to your hard drive. We'll discuss that in another episode. That's not for tonight. Much more involved. I thank you very much for taking time to listen to me. Have a great night. Bye now.